Prepárate. Let me see you jump. Prepárate. Get ready. Get. Brilla. Ahí vaya. Todo el mundo. Let me see you jump.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have another episode of Clone Wars for you. This is a series that I do with my girl Amanda, and we just shop our stash to dupe popular palettes on request, anything that we might be interested in, just to try to dupe the color story of the palette. We are not saying that our dupes are exact in color, finish, quality, or anything like that. We are simply trying to dupe the color story as best we can from our own stash, so that we're not tempted to go out and buy more palettes that we really don't want, partially because we're on a no-buy, and this is also a tool for other people that request because they're on a no-buy, a low-buy, they just don't want to add their collection or anything like that. So we are not saying don't go buy this. This is just a tool for us and tool for people that are into this kind of thing. So that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the palette. I think this was a request. I cannot remember who requested it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I think it's pretty neutral, but it is pretty. It's got some nice colors to it, and I actually enjoyed duping this. I do like the color story of it, and we'll give it a shot. I'm going to have it up here if you want to take a look at the palette while I am swatching for you. I will tell you up front, shocker of all shockers, it is all Coastal Scents Hot Pots, and I am just going to let you know what the names are as I go through them. I will, as always, start at the top left and go right. There are 7 shades in each of the 2 rows for a total of 14 shadows. Let's get into this. Starting with the first one is called Fresh, and I have chosen Chamois or Chamois Nude. Pretty basic. I think you've seen this one like a million times here on my channel. It kind of blends in with my skin. Hopefully it is showing up on the camera. And the next one is called Pearl, and I have chosen Dreamsicle. Let me get that swatch. There you go. There is that one. Moving on to the third one, that is Steampunk, and I have got Bungalow Gold. I love these metallics. They are so soft, and I just absolutely love them. Moving on to the fourth one, that is Rose Quartz, and I went with Georgia Peach. They're just so soft. There is that one. The next one is called Ember, and I have chosen Light Bronze. This is a very, very shimmery palette. There is Light Bronze for Ember. The next one is called Bloom. This is a matte shade, and I have chosen Aurora Orange. And there is that one. And the last one in that top row is called Birch, and I have chosen Pumpkin Pie. And let me get you that swatch as well. And let me get a second swatch of that. The mattes don't swatch nearly as well. There, that one is. That is the first row. Moving on to the second row, the first shade in the palette is called Cinder, and I have chosen Cajun Craze. And there is my dupe for Cinder. If you hear that in the background, that's my kids out in the living room playing. Daddy's out there supervising. The next one is Twig, and I have chosen Coconut Husk. There is Coconut Husk for Twig. The next one is called Teak in the palette, and I have chosen Peachy Copper. Let's get that swatch there. There you go. And the very middle shade in there is called, I can't read this. I will have to look this one up because I cannot read it in the palette. And the reason I couldn't read it is because it's a very different word. It's dystopian. Yeah, I would have never gotten that in a million years. I had to actually get on Temptalia and take a look at it because, yeah, I couldn't figure out what it said. All right, I have chosen Chocolatier for that. Let me see if I can get a good swatch on the first try this time. There it is. And moving on to Cyborg, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of odd in this particular palette, but my kids are going crazy out there. Can you hear that banging? Oh, there's yelling, there's screaming, there's banging. They're kids. All right, for Cyborg, I have chosen Flesh Tone. Let me get that one for you. I don't know why it's called Flesh Tone because it is so shimmery. I don't get it. The next one is called Slate in the Palette, and I have chosen Light Taupe. And there is that one. And the last one is Noir, and I have chosen Incognito. It's just a basic black matte, if I could speak. I have speaking issues, but we can live with that. Basic black matte. And I have those in tons of palettes, and, you know, can't go wrong with a matte black. All right, there is my interpretation of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I like the color story. I do really like the color story of this one. Clearly I don't need it. I have similar colors. I don't know that it's exact. Some of mine are a little more peachy instead of pink, but I think it's pretty close. I like it. I do like it. If I didn't have 6 million eyeshadows already, I would be interested in this palette because it is a pretty one. All right, that is, like I said, my interpretation of the color story of this Sultry palette. Amanda is duping from her own collection. We have completely different makeup, so her dupes are going to be a little bit different. And, you know, you may have what I have, you may have what she has, so go check her out and see if she has anything that you have. I'm going to have her link down below, of course, and I'm going to have her gorgeous face at the very end of my video, so you can just click on it and go right to her channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.
Ahí va,